Good morning. And boy, it's 8:41 and we just got not one, not two, not three, but four absolutely terrible economic data points from the fakers over at whatever agencies run these things. And what's happening with the markets? Oh yeah, higher across the board. Like I've been explaining for I don't know how long, negative economic news is positive for the market. And look, we didn't even need the economic news to put on gains in the market. It mostly happened overnight, but we're not putting on any losses. That's for sure. And so let's just get straight to what's happening right here. Gold and silver flat. Although since the close yesterday, the gold's put on like $10 and silver's put on a slight gain. So the futures are a little manipulative there because the closing times are a little different. Crude oil down by about 0.5%, 0.6. S&P higher by 0.5%. Nasdaq higher by 0.6. Dow higher by 0.5%. So pretty solid gains here, and we'll see what happens by the open here because I don't know. We'll see. This economic news that we've gotten has been very terrible, but I think a big reason or a big point that the market is looking towards is this infrastructure package that is going to come from the Biden administration, and we'll see that they're going to talk about it and I think possibly even vote on it today. So we will see what happens with that. They're going to present the framework today. Okay. So what are these economic data points? So we got jobless claims. They expected 380,000. I don't even care. If we got the expected number, that would have been terrible. Because 380,000 people applying for first-time unemployment, does that sound like healthy to you? No. I mean, there's always going to be cyclical movement in unemployment, frictional unemployment, as we call it. But this is structural, okay? Look up structural unemployment. Because people can't find that their skills aren't matching what's out there. Not only that, but we're looking at the amount of money that people are being paid to be out of the labor force. So that's a huge part of what's going on right now. And so we expected 380. We got 411,000 people applying for first-time unemployment. I mean, technically, the continuing claims did drop slightly for last week, but 3.39 million on continuing claims. That's not good either, especially with the labor force participation rate being where it is, and the employment population ratio being where it is. So that's not good at all, and my heart goes out to the people that have lost their jobs. It's just very sad. Durable goods orders. We expected 2.6%. We got 2.3%. So below expectations by about 10%. And that was for May, so it's not even a June number. And I mean, yeah, okay, we rose 2.1%, durable goods. Whatever. That's if you want to understand if the economy is bad, you just look at the money velocity. You look at the money velocity, and that's pretty much all you need to know. You can't have a good economy without a money velocity. You can have inflation, and you can also have corporatism, where corporations control the power. You see, the world that we're heading towards is a world where production is not really limited in the way that we thought it was in the past. Energy isn't limited in the way that we thought it was, or it currently is with the way crude oil is being produced. The world we're heading towards is one where the opportunities for us to break out are controlled and suppressed such that we have to maintain dependence upon these past paradigms of how things are produced, how things are managed. Well, that's what they plan for us. That's not what I'm planning for myself. But you need to become aware of the way that technology is suppressed, the way the prices of certain things such as crude oil are propped up to force them, and the way that they are forced upon you such that you maintain your status as a debt slave, as a slave to the system, because you have no agency to actually break out. That's why they're willing to throw you $400 a week or whatever, or throw you the $35,000 for unemployment, because that's nothing to them. What matters to them is the control, okay? And they have all the technology to produce whatever they want, okay? There are breakaway civilizations, probably. I mean, I don't know if there's just one. I think there's probably multiple breakaway civilizations, multiple groups working with high-level technology that the masses aren't allowed to see at all. So when you see something like, oh, durable goods orders rises, I don't even know how I got on this tangent, but I don't even care about that, okay? I care about what do people have access to, what are people doing? And right now, people are suffering because they are becoming more and more dependent upon the government, upon the upper class, which I am planning on, and well, I already am part of it, I think. In my mind, I'm already there. You see, you have to put the paradigm, you have to place that belief in your mind. I don't care if monetarily I'm not there yet. On a mental level, I'm there. I understand the game, okay? And I want you to understand the game as well, so you can rise yourself up. But if we stay in these old paradigms of what economics is, and supply and demand and scarcity, I think you're going to be screwed. So that's that with the durable goods orders. I didn't even get to the last data point. This was non-defense capital goods orders, which dropped 0.1%, so marginal. But the previous was up 2.7. So capital goods are also more of a leading indicator towards the future of what's going to happen, because if you're a business, you buy the capital goods and then you produce it, and then it shows up in the consumer. So the producer price index, which I've talked about, is usually a leading indicator, and so is this non-defense capital goods. So we're losing capital goods orders. That doesn't sound very healthy to me. And then we get the trade deficit, or the trading goods. I'm assuming it's a trade deficit. Minus 88.1 billion. So you annualize that. I didn't even annualize it. Let's do 88.1 times 12. Yeah, I thought it's over $1 trillion. Over $1 trillion. Man, that is just terrible. And where is the money coming from to buy all of these goods, to import these goods and to not export anything? Of course, it's coming from the Federal Reserve, who wants this all to happen. So totally abhorrent trade number here, and you'll hear when people talk about trade deficits, they'll say, oh yeah, a trade deficit isn't that bad because it means you're growing your economy and you're just buying more so you can grow in the future. Well, that would be true if what you were buying was in the form of things like capital goods, which we just dropped on. So no, there is no growth going on. There is money being created out of thin air to buy things, okay? That is it, period, okay? Anybody trying to convince you otherwise, you should not trust them, okay? If you don't believe me, if you think I'm just lying, well, don't trust me either, because this is a huge point. This is people just consuming and not getting anything in the future. People are so current moment oriented. You need to look to the future. Now, I'm all about living in the present moment, being aware in the present moment, but when you're just scraping to get by and not planning out things, that's what this kind of data point is proving to me. And it's another very, very sad thing. We got the GDP revision for Q1, 6.4%. I don't care, whatever. It was right in line with expectations. That was the previous, that was the expected. So not really any more economic news that I think we need to cover here, but yeah, I think that's been enough for a pre-market video. I went way too deep on all. 9 minutes. Holy moly! I don't even notice when I do this, so you should stop me next time, okay? I'll see you at the end of the day. Hope you have a good one, and let's see how this economic data plays out with everything. Oh, I forgot to say the dollar is slightly lower off of the jobless claims data, it seems. So that's important, but yeah. I mean, the dollar's going much lower. It made that high of 92.3. It's at 91.65 right now. So that's pretty substantial losses really for the dollar since that high. I mean, not too substantial, but again, 91 right now my trend line's at 91.2. Okay, so that's the level we're watching, and you know, I do think it's gonna hit that at some point. It's going way lower in the future here. So, all right, see you at the end of the day. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for being with me.